can't get over the size of that room. That's got me. That's got my gag reflex. It's the like, it's the thought of the like dead skin, like particles. Hey, I'm back. I know, it was 9 months ago since I last posted, which is disgusting. I don't know what to tell you, nothing like happened to me. I moved to London and I started working somewhere, I won't say where. Just became absolutely exhausted and like just they worked me to the bone and I was miserable, and we all know living in London's not cheap, and just yeah, didn't have the time to make these videos and upload them, and you know, these videos take a long time to make. So yeah, I just fell off the radar and it was shit. But I recently got a new job and I have a lot more time. And I really love making these videos and I thought I would give it another go. So if you are still here, if any of my subscribers are still here, I don't know why you didn't unsubscribe from me, but thank you. If you are still here, then hi, welcome back. Nice to see you again. And if you are new, my name's Evangeline and I'm a screenwriter and a script editor, and I react to things on YouTube. Things, TV shows and films, and talk about the script and stuff. That's what I'm here to do today. I thought we'd go right back in with the Asian dramas again, because that seemed to be most popular on my channel. That's what people wanted to see. I went back to an old poll that I did, and the second most popular request was Strangers from Hell, which is what I'm gonna watch today. I'm gonna watch episode 1. I don't know anything about it besides that it's a horror slash thriller. And I'm a big horror fan, so I hope that I do have some, or will have some good critique and some good thoughts to share. It's written by Jung Yi-do. I don't know who that is. I've looked at their other stuff and I don't think I've seen it. But they've written a few other things, other TV shows, so that's good and positive. Yeah, I don't want to find out too much about what it's about because I quite like going into these things blind. So I'm just gonna get stuck in. Yeah, I don't know if I'm still gonna be able to do this and be entertaining but also informative and whatever, but we'll give it a go. Last thing before I start, as I mentioned, I'm a script editor and I have my own little script editing business. So if you're looking for a script editor or just someone to give you some feedback on a script, no matter what stage it's at, whether it's a first draft or a 20th draft, then you can find out my information below in the description. I will link my website. And yeah, that is it. We are now going to start and I hope you enjoy. Yay! Now I'm triggered. Anytime I see meat, like raw meat in a horror film, I immediately think cannibals. Immediately, like, if these people are cannibals and I've guessed that within 24 seconds, that's impressive. But if I'm way off, then just... So already, this is quite a common technique used not only in screenwriting but also in books, and that is prophetic fallacy, which is essentially, is it called prophetic fallacy if I made that up? Yeah, okay, I am right. I should stop doubting myself. So prophetic fallacy is basically this idea of using the environment to set a tone for the scene. So, oh my god, sorry, I just had dinner and there's like a lot going on, like a lot of digestion. Anyway, just if I burp, I'm really sorry. In this case, obviously we're about to watch a horror film, horror series, thriller series. So having it raining with a typhoon coming, it's immediately already started giving these kind of ideas of this is going to be a dark show. There's a storm on the way, so I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of major obstacle that our protagonist is going to face. you know, it's cool. It's a really common technique, but it's really easy to do, and it's a really great visual storytelling tool.
사실 난 여기 오기 전까지만 해도 이곳이 아닌 내가 살아온 세상이 지옥이라고 생각했다. 하지만 진짜 지옥은 이곳이었다. 타인이 만들어낸 끔찍한 지옥. 이곳은 지옥이었다. 타인이 만들어낸. 도대체 내가 무슨 죄를 지었길래?
Okay, so I might be like reaching with this observation, but he said hell so many times in this opening monologue. I know the show's called Strangers from Hell, but like he said it so many times. I'm like thinking, is there some sort of connection to hell? And I know that sounds ridiculous because like obviously, but like as in I mean like the religious sort of hell, like where like there's the devil and there's like you burn for all eternity and all of that, because he's saying like, oh, what did I do to deserve this? And normally, you know, you go to hell if you're a bad person. But this bit here, where this guy, our villain, who I think's a cannibal, I'm still sticking with that, is dragging him up the stairs. Like obviously you think about like, oh, like the stairway to heaven, but like at the top of the stairs it's red, at the bottom of the stairs it's blue, and I feel like the blue like daylight kind of vibe you would associate with heaven, and the red you associate with hell. So it's like he's being dragged to hell. Like, am I reaching, or is that a cool observation? Because I think that's cool, and I think I really like what they've done with the light in there. Not that that wouldn't be in the script. Like, you wouldn't write in a script, he like cannibal drags man up the stairs into a red lit. Well, you might actually, to be fair, you might. I was gonna say that like lighting and camera shots and stuff, that's all like director, DOP, cinematography. It's not really screenwriting, but I suppose you could say like a red lit corridor or something. But yeah, I retract that statement. I think you could put that. I think that would be fine. But these choices tend to be more director, cinematographer. But yeah, I like it.
Pass your practical driving test before the...
I don't know if we've just seen the end of our main character's life and like the end of the story. I feel like we haven't seen the end of the story. That would be a bit weird. So it's probably in media res, which is a very technical term that I learned in film school, which basically means you start in the middle. So immediate film that comes to mind is Goodfellas, which is such an obnoxious reference, you know, oh, Goodfellas, you know, Martin Scorsese. But that is one that comes into mind, where we start with them shoving and like killing someone in the back of a car. That is how Goodfellas starts, right? Have I completely made that up? I could have made that up, but I'm pretty sure that's how that film starts. And then we cut back to like our main character's like childhood and how he became a gangster. And then that part of the film, that scene appears like halfway through the film. So I feel like that's what we've seen here. And it's a really cool technique. Again, another common technique, kind of like the pathetic fallacy at the beginning. But it is a good way to hook your audience in straight away. You're kind of promising them something, but also creating loads of questions at the same time, like how did our character end up here? Who is this dude, like, who fucking pushed him through the door, like, dragged him up the stairs, you know, all that sort of stuff. So it's a good technique. So yeah, good start. Fuck. Nah, that would, I'd throw a fit. I'd absolutely throw a fit if that happened to me. I was gonna actually say, but I let it run a bit longer. I'm glad I did it. So I was gonna say, oh, is this gonna be the type of show where they really like overdo it when it comes to like seeing the character do the most like mundane things, like seeing him take his bag out of the bottom of a coach. Like, I really don't need to see that. And like, one big rule of screenwriting is like, you know, if you could cut a scene, even if that scene is, in this case, a small scene that says, I don't know his name, this dude gets a suitcase out of a coach, on to the next. If that could be cut and wouldn't impact the story in any way, then it should be cut. So I was about to say that, but then I see why they've done it now, because obviously him breaking his laptop, I'm assuming it's gonna have something to do with the story. I mean, I hope so. Be a bit of a random thing if it didn't. But yeah, he's a better man than me, because I would have, I mean, I'm not a man, but I would have gone crazy.
원래 20만 원인데 15만 원에 해드릴게요. 15만 원이요? 현금으로 하시면 뭐 좀 더 깎아드릴게요.
How to get the
Why are there
most
so
of
many
Grammarly
breaks?
free.
I can't quite get into it. Like, the beginning was really hooking and like really set the tone, and then I just felt like we've kind of lost that tone a little bit. Stuff with the laptop, it's all very mundane and like just a bit boring. What I'm assuming is maybe that they're trying to tell us that he's not got much money, which, to be fair, it's a better way of doing that than him on the phone saying, "I've not got any money," because that would be ridiculous. Okay, this is like a really delayed reaction, but I like that we saw that guy taking money out the bank, and then we see our main character, I need to find out what his name is, we kind of pan round to the protagonist, and instead of being in there to get money out because clearly he's broke, he's just there to use the aircon. I think that was quite funny. Not that I don't think I smiled at all, but inside I found it funny. Nice visual kind of way to convey sort of stuff. That sentence was a complete piece of shit. I think it's a cool way to convey like parts of his character, his personality, and also push this idea further that he's broke ass bitch.
I let AI plan my week and I have zero regrets. So
Fuck that. Okay, so what I think is really cool about that is the shots of us seeing him get there and like going down the steps with the suitcase, going up steps, going up ramps, whatever, like it kind of gives this idea that this place he's gonna stay, this boarding house, is like hard to get to and therefore hard to get away from. And I think that's really important when it comes to like the setting of a horror film, especially a horror film that takes place within like a building or whatever, like having that place somewhat secluded. And I know this place isn't secluded in a sense of it's in the middle of nowhere, but secluded in the sense of it's hard to, like I say, get to or get away from. I think kind of adds to that uneasy feeling. And I think horror is best when it taps into those real life feelings that we have that scare us, like being trapped. So I think that's really cool. Eden boarding house.
이런 데서 살아. 여긴 진짜 아니다.
Is that the place that he's... Okay, let's wait, hold on. Eden boarding house, I'm assuming, is the place. The Garden of Eden. Guys, this has got to link into like religions in some way, right? Because the fact he's going to go and live in a place called Eden boarding house and he's going to meet strangers from hell. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Like, these tiny details are so clever. More stairs. They ain't got a lift. They ain't even got a lift. again, this might be way too far-fetched, but like the sweat patch like right in the centre of his chest there. I'm wondering if that's like foreshadowing something. Like maybe he gets like shot in the chest or something. Or maybe the cannibals rip his heart out. Oh fuck.
어차피 뭐 금방 나간다며. 네, 금방 나가긴 할 건데. 근데 아무리 재개발 지역이라고 해도
The like dialogue of like, I'll be leaving soon. No, you won't. Like this sort of shot, again, it's quite a common, like, clever technique, especially used in horrors. There's no confirmation that there's someone watching him, but with that camera angle, you assume that there is. And it's just a nice way to kind of add a bit of, you know, suspense, a bit of tension. That kind of shot is not really something you would write in a script, so like I don't believe that would have been in the actual script. That would have been a directorial like choice. Obviously you could put in the script someone is watching him from afar or down the hall, and then it would be the director's choice whether to have us actually see that person or just have a POV shot like this. Or I suppose in the script you could say there's someone, or it feels like there's someone watching him down the corridor, and because there's no actual emphasis on who the person is, like we don't actually have a character name or anything or a character introduction, that would kind of convey this idea that you can't actually see them and it's a POV shot. It's just sort of a rule in screenwriting that you don't really use shot types because that's the director's job and the DOP's job. But it doesn't mean you can't insinuate things with the way you write. Oh, also, no, it shit me up. That, like, fan, you're like, tick, tick, it's like a ticking clock. Its time is running out. You wouldn't add, like, in a script as a screenwriter, you don't say, like, specific, like, music tracks or stuff like that in the script because that's all down to, like, the, I guess the, like, music supervisor, or, like, the person who does the score or whatever. But, like, in terms of, like, that, like, the fan ticking like a clock, that is something you would put in a script as a screenwriter because, yeah, obviously film's visual, but we can also hear films, therefore like using the different senses, so not just what we're seeing but what we're hearing, is obviously another way to add kind of another whole like dimension to it really. Yeah, so you would be able to put that in a script. You'd kind of capitalise the ticking of the fan to show that it's like a sound effect. And yeah, it's very effective. So I'd love to have known what that sign said on the wall. I feel like it could add so much, but I guess we'll never know. If you're Korean watching this, please tell me if you can, tell me what these signs say and if any of them are like significant. Who the fuck is that? Okay, but he's giving like Edna Mode from The Incredibles, you know? What the? I can't get over the size of that room. That's got me. That's got my gag reflex. It's the thought of the like dead skin, like particles.
보증금 모을 때까지 딱 6개월만 살고 나가자.
6 months?
이 정도 많은 것도 없어.
I wouldn't make it that long. But, more importantly, we've got like a goal, which is to save up a deposit. So we've already got the characters, like want and goal, which is good. That's what we want at this sort of stage.
와, 내가 나중에 다시 전화할게.
그래, 밥 잘 챙겨 먹고.
끊어.
Don't forget your meals. Is that a hint? Is that a hint that he is gonna become a meal?
전화 안 했나? 아니 네 이소리가 들려. 아니 죄송합니다.
Okay,
Oh,
complete
yeah,
like
dude.
side note, but I love his shirt. That's lovely, isn't it? What is that? Oh, that transition. That was brilliant.
여기 저 4층이 여자들 방이야. 지금 저 아무도 안 살거든? 화재가 나서 공사를 해야 되는데 여기 경기가 안 좋아가지고 뭐 대출도 안 되고. 어우. 그러니까 거기 들어가지 말어. 괜히 다쳐.
예.
There we go, guys. The hell is on the 4th floor, and that's why at the beginning he was dragging him up the stairs, because he's dragging him up to the 4th floor where he's gonna get hurt, which he did because he smashed his face in. I like that the roof is like different vibe. Like the inside feels claustrophobic, it feels gross, it's disgusting. The outside is nice, it's sunny, there's plants, you know, like a garden of Eden. Get it? Yeah, I like that juxtaposition. Oh dear. Oh my god, Edna! Oh, he's got a tag. He's in, what's it, like house arrest?
고시원이 좋은 점이 뭔지 알아요? 여기서 누가 죽어도 무서워 신경 쓰지 않는다는 거예요.
자기야.
Well, that took a turn. Went from him like giggling down the street to being accessory to murder. I love that. So it could still be about cannibalists. Don't tell me in the comments if it's not, by the way. If I'm completely way off, just let me find out for myself. Fourth floor. Is this where that murder took place earlier?
아 저기요. 아니 뭐 하시는 거예요? 에? 저 아까 여기 무슨 소리가 나가지고 올라갔는데 혹시
귀신 소리를 들었나?
안녕하세요. 신고하신 왜 이렇게 늦어요?
아 죄송해요. 여기가 좀 사업하잖아. 어디예요?
저 검은 비닐봉지요. 뭔가 자꾸
I love that in
이상한-
horror films, like they always, I keep calling this a horror film, I know it's not a horror film, but you know what I mean. They kind of often imply that the police officers are like useless, because obviously if they were good at their jobs then it would like protect our protagonist, or at least make our protagonist a little bit more safe. But to kind of convey that they're not very good at their job, that the car breaks down when someone calls for help, kind of just gives us that little hint of like, oh, our protagonist is not going to be protected by these people. What is it? I swear to God, if it's a dead cat, I'm not doing it. God, is it a dead cat? Is it a dead cat? He fucking killed the cat. Now he is one evil bastard if he killed the fucking
분명히 일을
cat.
잘하는 사람이라니까요.
그럴 수도 있고.
그러니까 CCTV를 좀 달아달라니까요.
As there's also a lack of CCTV. So again, another thing, crap police, lack of CCTV, they're all elements. And also the fact that it's so hard to get to this building and therefore get away from it, all these things are adding to like this idea that our protagonist is going to be trapped and he's not going to have any help. And that makes it all the more like stressful to watch, do you know what I mean? I can't believe he killed that cat, I'm absolutely distraught. You fucking killed it. Stop giggling and stop shooting your stupid fucking BB gun. bastard.
아니야, 쟤 그게 중요한 게 아니라. 너 강지순 사건 알지? 어? 그 사람이 자기가 키우던 강아지 잡아먹은 거 알아? 사이코패스들은 애완동물을 기를 수가 없어요. 왜냐면 공감 능력이 없거든요. 그리고 그 대부분의 연쇄살인마들은 동물 학대 경험이 있다는 연구 결과가 있어.
Yeah, and killing animals and eating animals leads on to killing and eating humans.
자, 그리고요.
아파요?
안 아프게 해드릴게요.
그만 참아봐. 인턴기가 끝나면 형이 정지고 시켜줄게.
Oh, okay, so he has an
그래도 형이
internship.
잘하는 것 같아요. 대표도 하고.
에이.
I wonder if they actually, if it mentioned that he was fucking hell, had an internship earlier on and I just completely missed it, because that happens. If you've watched my videos previously, you'll know that sometimes I really do miss things. I do tend to daydream, I'll be honest, and my mind does drift sometimes and I miss details, but I swear they'd not mentioned that he was an apprentice, that he had this apprenticeship. If they didn't, they should have, way earlier, in my opinion. There's no need to hold that information back. If they did, earlier on and I missed it, fair play, do you know what I mean?
아저 사람 잡는 거 아니야? 형 저거 너무 심한 거 아니야? 저건 말려야 될 것 같은데.
냅둬. 김대장이나 남의 일에 신경 끄는 게 최고야.
Oh. This is interesting. Wasn't expecting this little flashback. That adds like a whole new layer to this character, which I think was necessary. Like, he was feeling a little bit flat, a little bit one-dimensional. But that's interesting.
희하고 저 버스 하라고 임마. 출근 잘하고.
What's interesting is that he like has friends in the city. Like, I don't know if maybe it would have been more effective if he didn't know anyone where he was going. And that kind of adds into this whole thing of him being like secluded and trapped and isolated. I'm not sure if that would have been more effective. I mean, we'll have to see like where it goes in terms of the people he knows in the city, like his girlfriend and this guy, and how that affects the story. And if it doesn't, then I think it would have been more effective to not have them, those characters involved. But we'll see. Title drop.
좀 죄송한데 좀 피곤하거든요. 젊은 사람이 뭐가 피곤하다고.
Prime rib. He's gonna get eaten.
뭐 하세요? 여기 이렇게 서 있으면 뭐랄까 다시는 빠져나오지 못할 긴 터널 안에 있는 것 같지 않아요?
갑자기 뭔 소리 하는 거야?
저는 빠져나갈 수 있을 것 같아요.
That was a really cool shot because it kind of like drew you in. Like, I physically was like moving closer to look through the hole. That was cool. Oh, for God's sake, not this dickhead again. You don't need shampoo, you've not got any fucking hair. I'd knock him out, I couldn't. He's so annoying. Fucking have a day off, mate. Oh. Just fucking appears, doesn't he, out of nowhere, that man. Of course. it was a dream. Okay, I was gonna say, because I was like so confused. I was literally like, what the fuck is going on? There's two of them.
이것들 쌍으로 누가 올려라. 뭐야? 쌍둥이 왔어? 인정하시죠? 당신 뭔데 나서는데? 같이 사는 이웃 사촌이잖아요. 이곳이 지옥이었다는 사실을.
Do you know what? I was. Why is the lighting like so shit? I was hoping for a better ending. I'll be honest. I don't think that was a very strong ending to the episode. I'm a bit like, okay, like I think it should have ended with something like really shocking. Something that's literally means you have to watch episode 2. Right now, I'm like, I'd rather lie in bed, eat a muffin and go to sleep. Like I don't feel like I need to watch episode 2. And I think the ending of TV shows, especially with episode 1, they should have these endings that make you just like, you couldn't possibly not watch the next episode sort of thing. And I feel like that's what this is missing. So overall, I enjoyed it. Like I would watch on, just not immediately. Like I'm not feeling like this immediate need to carry on the series. But I liked it. I think it had like a great tone, genuinely creepy vibes. Mainly I think from the acting, the giggly guy and the like Edna Mode guy. Don't like them at all. But yeah, like lots and lots of positive things as we've seen from my critique, but yeah, I think the ending could have been stronger, if I'm honest. Like I was expecting more. But yeah, overall I enjoyed it. Great recommendation, guys. Please recommend more. But you, literally the light, I'm losing it. I look blue. I literally look purple and blue. This is not helping my acne. Oh my god, wait, why is it getting even worse? Yeah, that looks great. Let me know if you want to see more of my reactions to this particular series. I think the next one I'm going to do is Sweet Home, because that was the 3rd most requested one on my poll. And then we'll just see where we go from there. Any other shows that you want to see reactions to, let me know. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.